With all the recent injury news on that offensive line during training camp, it was time for Brandon Beane to get a little more depth. Welcome to Billievers Talk, partnering with BewareTheStampede.com, Beware the Stampede, and Billievers Talk, partnering for the 2019 NFL season, trying to give you the best coverage of our Buffalo Bills. And what better way to start that partnership than with a giveaway? That's right, we want to give you guys a chance to win some great things. And we're going to start off with this Andre Reed mini helmet. We've been giving this away, and the contest goes from now until August 6th, the last day of training camp. So if you haven't already, went to BewareTheStampede.com to log your entries, go there now, and then there's plenty of ways to get entered. You can subscribe to this channel, and if you're already subscribed, you can still go to BewareTheStampede.com and log your entry for already being a subscriber. Our way to thank you for being a subscriber. Go to BewareTheStampede.com. Join his mailing list, right? He has a mailing list. He'll mail you with whenever you get updated, whenever there's updates on BewareTheStampede.com, so that way you know when there's late breaking news for the Buffalo Bills. And then follow us on Twitter. Follow both BewareTheStampede.com and Billievers Talk on Twitter, and those will all be ways to enter. And then, of course, retweet every day, and that will count as an entry every single day. Just log your information again at www.BewareTheStampede.com. But now we want to talk about the newest and latest signing for the Buffalo Bills, for our Buffalo Bills. And we're talking about Nico Siragusa, who was signed today, taking the place of Isaac Isiata. Isaac Isiata, of course, yesterday announces that he's going to retire. Was it 2 days ago? Announces that he is going to retire from the Buffalo Bills, right? He stated mental reasons as his reason for retirement. And we know a little bit about mental issues. You know, we saw that with Richie Incognito when he was with us, and even after he decided to retire. So we know the impact that these things can have, and we wish Isaac Isiata nothing but the best. Hopefully he can live a great life with or without the NFL, and not have any sustainable issues from these mental health issues. And again, we wish him nothing but the best. He did come out and he did give a nice farewell to Bills Mafia, and he thanked the Buffalo staff and ownership for just giving them this opportunity. And we really appreciate, even though he wasn't on the team that long, right? He was just signed a few weeks before training camp. Do appreciate his commitment to the Bills, trying to continue to make himself better, which in return makes the Buffalo Bills better. But now we talk about the newest signing. We talk about Nico Siragusa. Nico Siragusa was a 4-year starter at San Diego State University, played in 54 consecutive games. When you're talking about offensive guard, when you're talking about offensive lineman, to play in 54 consecutive games, to make 42 starts, that's impressive. No matter where you are going to college at, no matter what you're doing, it could be in high school, making 54 consecutive starts is really impressive. And in 2016, Siragusa was named by the USA Today a first-team All-American. Now, we know the USA Today ain't the greatest at predicting records for the NFL teams, but hopefully they're better at giving out awards, and we can see this show up on the field, as again, Siragusa named by the USA Today first-team All-American in 2016. In 2017, he was drafted in the 4th round overall by the Baltimore Ravens, and that seems a little weird, right? Siragusa, Baltimore, sounds familiar, sounds like something we would have heard before. Well, if you're a fan of the NFL, if you've been watching the NFL for a long time, you would remember Tony Siragusa, who now works for Fox. He's an on-the-field broadcaster or something like that for Fox. He was actually great Baltimore Ravens offensive lineman during their Super Bowl run when they first became a team back in the early 2000s. He was one of the premier players there in Tony Siragusa. However, there is no relation here. There's no relation between Nico and Tony Siragusa. So we want to make sure we get that straight. Although there doesn't seem like there'll be a lot of Siragusas in the world, but we found 2 that are not related. So just want to make sure everyone knows that. So he was drafted in the 4th round by the Baltimore Ravens, spent the rookie season on the injured list because in 2017 he tore his ACL, MCL, and PCL while in training camp. So he spent all of his rookie year on the IL or on the IR for this reason. It took him a whole year to recover from that. And if you know anything about ACL, PCL, and MCL injuries, you know that even after the first year, you're not fully recovered, right? They talk about that a lot now, especially in basketball, how that first year you're still trying to feel it out, make sure everything's okay in there before you do go full speed, before you don't have to worry about it, before it's not even a thought in the back of your head of, will my leg hold up, right? So he comes back in 2017 and he makes the Baltimore Ravens practice squad again. Or in 2018, he is eligible for the practice squad, which the Buffalo Bills can use to their advantage here now, right? If he does look good, if he does look like that 4th-round draft pick that the Ravens drafted, you can put him on the practice squad still as a 2017 draft pick. He's still eligible for that practice squad. So he did go back September 1st, 2018, the Ravens waived him, but he was quickly added to the team's practice squad, spent the majority of his second season in Baltimore before the Packers picked him up. Now, he didn't spend any time on the field, didn't get any playing time, but the Packers did have them on their 53-man roster. He was waived then by the team April of 2019. So he hasn't been away from the game for too long, which is good for conditioning, right? When you get a guard back on the team, someone who might not have played football for a little bit, then you do have to wonder what kind of condition they're in. Kind of like with Khalil with the Jets, right? Khalil just signed with the New York Jets, which will affect the Bills effectively, right? If they get better on the offensive line, well, that means we have to try a lot much harder to get to Sam Darnold. But he announced his retirement at the end of last year. Probably hasn't been doing any type of workout stuff since, you're going to say, January, right? Well, that's 4 or 5 months between then and April that Siragusa was working out, was trying to make sure that he could stay in football shape to make a team, because he's not ready to retire. This is just his 2nd or 3rd year in the league. So we look forward to seeing what Nico Siragusa can add to this team. Again, with the injuries to the Buffalo Bills offensive line, talking about Spencer Long, talking about Quentin Spain, and of course talking about Mitch Morse, a good depth signing, and someone who, again, was a 4th-round draft pick, did play well at San Diego State University, could maybe surprise some people. This could end up being a pretty good signing, someone who can be put on the practice squad. So if we have depth issues later in the year, we can call him up and he can be on our 53-man roster. So, of course, like I said, he does replace Isaac Isiata. We wish him nothing but the best, but we are looking forward to see what Nico Siragusa can do for our Buffalo Bills. So let me know what you think about Nico Siragusa. Let me know what you thought of Tony Siragusa. If you remember the great Tony Siragusa, I always loved him as a player. I thought he was a great player. I think he's pretty good on the field, commentator for Fox as well. Pretty funny guy. But let's hope that Nico can be anything like his namesake, even though there is no relation, in Tony Siragusa. Maybe we can get a good product here. And again, as long as he helps the team, he continues to improve. Him upping his game will help the Bills up their game. Always good to see. So again, let me know what you think about Nico Siragusa in the comment section below. Like this video. Subscribe. Once you subscribe, you want to hit that notification bell to get notified when I go on here to keep you guys up to date on all Buffalo Bills news. I look forward to talking to you all soon. 2019 season is going to be great. I'm talking about going over to sportscaster.com, where I will be teaming up with #sports to do live play-by-play and reaction to every single Buffalo Bills game. We will still have it here on YouTube as well, so don't you worry if you want to stay here. We will simulcast that, but just another way to have a little bit of fun with the fans and give you guys the greatest Buffalo Bills coverage we can. Again, hit that subscribe button, like this video, leave a comment, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. I'll talk to you all soon. Until I do, go Bills.